Dana Marie here. So today I'm so excited because we're going to be doing a full face glowy routine. Hold on, let's try that again. Doing a full glowy face routine. That still sounded weird. Okay, we are going to be doing a full glowing face routine. So I'm super excited. Get ready to be glowing to the gods. And yeah, I just am super excited about this. So before we hop into it, make sure to subscribe to my channel before you leave. And hit the thumbs up button at the end if you like this video, just to let me know what you like. And let's get started. So I did run out to Starbucks this morning, and seriously, I don't know what my problem is. I can't leave the house without foundation on. So I do have some foundation on, and I did prep my skin already. I was already planning on doing a glowy face today. So what I did was I took a shower. Every makeup look, you should do good skincare routine beforehand. So with a glowing face routine, it's super, super important. So the first thing I did was I exfoliated my face, and I like the Neutrogena. I think it's like grapefruit exfoliating, something like that. It's really good. But just make sure to exfoliate. You want all the dead skin cells off because they're going to really show through in a glowy routine. It's going to create that texture, and we don't want that. The next thing that I did was I put a face mask on. And I used this one by Polished Vitamin C. It is a brightening face mask, so it brightens, renews, and protects delicate skin. I feel like brightening kind of comes along with that glowy look. You want your skin to be nice and bright and plump. So I did use this one. I just got it from Marshall's. So you can always find face masks like this at Marshall's or TJ Maxx, you know, any of those kinds of stores. And then you always want to make sure you're moisturizing when you're doing a glowy look. So I use the Clinique Moisture Surge 72-hour auto replenishing hydrator. Whew. This stuff is my go-to. I use it every day, twice a day, because my skin is super dry. And when I'm doing my glowy routines, you might not need to use as much as I do, but I do put it on almost like a face mask, very thick, and let my face soak all of that in first. And then I did go ahead and prime my skin with the Professional Primer. Whew, that was a lot, I know. What it takes to have beautiful, glowing skin. Oh, so what we're going to do first is I'm going to take the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in Celestial, and we're going to put that all over our face. Now, I do have a little foundation on, but that's okay. We want to be full coverage anyways, so we're just going to pretend it's not there. You know, this is my natural skin. That'd be awesome. And we're going to start this routine. Alright, so we're going to take this, drop it onto our faces. You want to keep it in the high points. That's where you want to concentrate the drops. And then we'll blend it out in just a second. Once you have those on, we're going to make ourselves look like a Tin Man for a quick second here. And I'm going to use the Morphe M439 brush to blend this out. So you can see I'm keeping it on the high points, and then I'm pulling it down into my cheeks. So it kind of creates that diffusion of light. We want it to be mostly concentrated on those high points and then diffusing it everywhere else. Alright, so if you're not looking crazy right now, then you've done something wrong. And you need to go back and put more, yes, I said more, highlighter on to make yourself look super, super glowy. we're going to go in with the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This is a mattifying foundation. And the reason that I'm doing that is because we don't want to end up being super oily. So we want something to counteract all these oils that we have put on our face. So everything that we're putting on before this foundation is going to create a glow within. And then the foundation is going to kind of calm all of this down just a little bit so that we don't start looking real cray-cray, you know? All right. So the one thing about this Double Wear foundation that drives me absolutely nuts is that it doesn't have a pump. You literally have to pour it out. So what I've been doing is I've been taking a silicone brush like this, and I've been dipping it into my foundation, and then I've been dabbing it on my face that way. That way I'm not wasting anything because I don't like to be wasteful, you know? Oh, I have a highlight in my hair. You all see that? You see that highlight? You see it? Okay, so I'm going to take the same M439 brush that we used to apply the Cover FX Enhancer drops. And we're going to pat this into the skin. Okay, I'm also going to start it with some of the Becca Perfecting Powder. Oh, I was on the wrong side. So I'm just going to take a Y7 brush. And we're going to set that slightly. I'm not using a ton. I just want to make sure that my makeup is set and stays in place. So for the contour or bronzer, I'm going to dip into this Park Avenue Princess palette here, which is newer to me. I don't know how new this is to market. I think I've used it in a previous tutorial, but I'm still playing around with it. So I'm going to use Carrot, which is the third shade in right here. So Carrot has a little bit of a shimmer to it. I'm going to use a Y5 brush for this. And we're just going to do our typical bronzing. Alright, so I'm most definitely losing it because your girl forgot to use concealer. Like, seriously, who forgets concealer? That is the best part of a makeup routine. It's like, bye, I look awake now. Okay, so I'm going to take some Shape Tape here, and we're going to get rid of this discoloration because I was looking at myself and I'm like, what is wrong with this picture? There is something wrong. Typically, you want to definitely do this before powder. So do this before the Becca powder or whatever powder you're using. Okay, so now that your girl's looking all awake, I'm seriously dumbfounded at how I forgot that. That was ridiculous. I feel like with these glowy looks, a peach toned blush is always the best option for at least fair skin. With darker complexions, I feel like almost like a mocha with a peach undertone is really pretty. So think peaches. I do not have a peach blush with me right now. So what I'm going to do is hop into this Morphe 35B palette. And it looks like this. So I'm going to mix a little bit of this color right here, which is very coral. And then I'm going to mix in a little bit of this lighter pink. And we're going to kind of create that peachy tone. And I'm going to use a Y2 brush for that. I just always say start off a little bit lighter with what you pick up, because they are going to be a little bit more pigmented than blushes usually are. Make a little smirk. Oh, ow, poked me in the eye. Alright, so once you have your blush, or in my case, the eyeshadow on, we're going to go in with our powder highlights. So I'm going to dip into the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. You can see it's well loved. I dropped it the other day, and you see how around the pans it's kind of raised up. So I'm so nervous that it's just going to all of a sudden go on me. I'm like, yeah. And I'm going to take that on a Y14 brush here. And we're going to hit all the high points of our face. Moving on to the eyes, I'm going to take a little bit of my concealer to prime them, and this is just the Shape Tape, you know, as always. Dipping into the Jaclyn palette, which is here, I'm going to take Creamsicle and MFEO. I don't think I've actually ever said the name of that one before. And we are going to pop that in the crease. So with this glowy look, we want to keep the eyes fairly light. We don't want to drag down the kind of airiness of a glowy, beaming look. Alright, so once we have that transition color on, what I'm going to use is the Tarte Clay Paint Liner in both Copper and Champagne. So these are going to be, a lot of people use them as liners, really, but I'm going to use them kind of like an eyeshadow base. So I'm first going to go in with Copper, which is this one right here. I've been they've been spitting at me when I've been using them. So if you see me holding it, okay, so you can see a little bit comes out. And I just like to spread it around on the tip here. Yeah, and get a little on my brush. I'm going to use a M167 brush. And we're going to apply this straight onto the lid. And we're going to keep this on the outer half of our lower lid. Alright, so now we're going to use the Champagne one here. And I'm going to stay using the M167 brush. And I have to say this Champagne color is probably my favorite out of all the ones that I got. So I have the Copper, the Champagne, the Black, and then the, I think it's like Plum. Alright, so I'm going to pick up some of the Champagne, and we're going to do this on the inner half of the lower lid. And this one is, for some reason to me, a lot more pigmented. Like, you need a lot less. And I'm just going to slowly start to fan these together. I'm going to pick up a clean brush. I'm going to use the Y15 brush. And we're going to almost like tap these together. We want to make sure they're nice and blended. So going back into the Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm going to pick up Queen, which is this really intense gold that I love. And I'm going to use the Y15 brush to apply this as well. And we're going to almost do like a beam of light down the center. So where the Champagne and the Copper meet is where we're going to put this. And I'm just going to get in there with my finger and kind of give it some good pats. Alright, so we're not going to make this any darker. We're going to keep it very light. I'm going to take In Light from the Jaclyn palette, and I'm going to put that underneath the brow bone, bringing it down a little bit further than I usually would. And then we're also going to take some of that and put it in our inner corners. Smoke out underneath, I'm going to pick up my M321 brush, which is like a little pencil brush. And I'm going to take the shade Firework, which is like a coppery color here. I don't know if you can see that. And we are going to smoke out our lower lash line with that because it has a little bit of a darker pigment, so it's going to create that smoke, but it still has some shimmer to it, so it's going to go with the glowy aspect of everything. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of the matte black out of the Jaclyn palette, and we're going to keep that on the very outer corner. I'm going to use this Lottie London Slay All Day in OMG, and it's kind of that peachy sort of color as well. So it kind of matches our blush tone. This is a long-lasting liquid lip. And then I'm going to take the Laura Geller Color Luster Lip Gloss in Gilded Honey, and we're going to put that over. And this, my loves, is your completed look. So I hope that you're glowing to the gods. I hope you're inspired to get yourself all dewy and glowy. And yeah, I had a lot of fun filming this one. So everything that I used will be listed down below. Keep in mind that with a look like this, you kind of have to tailor to what your skin needs as far as skincare. So definitely do the exfoliating, definitely moisturize. The face mask is optional. I just like to do it. And definitely prime your skin. So for me, like, I use the Professional because I wanted my pores to be smaller. If you're really oily, make sure you use a mattifying primer since we're putting so much oil onto the face. So yeah, let me know if you have questions on that, and maybe I'll do a whole tutorial about skincare and how to prep your skin properly per the look that you want to accomplish. But I really hope you guys did enjoy this look. If you did, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the thumbs up button. Also, list down below what you want to see next, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.